All right, let's see if we are live. Hey guys, I am Shantae with Completely Crafty by Shantae. Just want to welcome you to my live. Just gonna see if I can find. Okay, I'm up on YouTube. Now I just need to see if I can get on Facebook. I'm not seeing it. We'll just give it another second. We're going to be working on a not a grapevine, sorry. We're going to be working on a deco mesh wreath. I need to make one more project for my, oh, here I am there. I was on the wrong spot. I need to make a wreath for a farmer's market that I'm doing. Hey, Nina. Farmer's market that I am doing. This will be the first time that I'm doing this farmer's market, and I will be there the first Sunday of every month for the next 6 months. So I'm really excited about it. And so I was so focused on the Apple Blossom Festival that I don't have much left. So I'm making a couple more things so that I can take on Sunday. I'm going to go ahead and change my view. We don't have a sign. Because I thought, most people are going to the farmer's market to get, fresh produce, get, food. They're not necessarily going to the farmer's market to get a wreath. So I didn't want to bring like my most expensive wreaths. I thought I would take something that was small, compact, less expensive. They may have $20, $30 in their pocket, to purchase a wreath. I am going to bring a couple of more expensive wreaths, but for the most part, I'm trying to keep the price down. So I've made a couple of minis, and because it's Mother's Day this month, and purple's my favorite color, we're going to use this ribbon, and I'm going to complement it with this purple ribbon. So we're also using purple mesh. So I made this mini. I don't know if you can see it. It's not in full view. And I just thought I would make a larger version of it. And so we're going to see how that goes. Come on in and say hello. Oh, there I am. I wanted to make sure that I was up in my group too. All right. So let's go ahead and get started. I've already cut my mesh, because it just seems like with deco mesh, there's so many moving pieces that it takes a while to get things done. So I tried to pre-cut everything ahead of time so we didn't have to worry about that. We have so much to catch up on. So this weekend was Apple Blossom, and we were in Winchester, Virginia, and they were, all week, they said it was going to rain, then, thunderstorms, then 40% chance, 60% chance, then by Friday it was like 100% chance to rain. So I mentally prepared for rain, no big deal. But this was the first year that they had the artisan, because it was also, they combined there was a wine festival as well as artisans there. So it was the first time that it was, I guess, done together and not in its normal location. So it was in Old Town, Winchester, where they have nice little restaurants and shops and things like that. Well, where my location was, I couldn't pull up to my spot to unload. So first it was just actually trying to figure out where your spot was. So there was a little confusion with that. So I told my husband, let's just park, walk around, figure out where our spot is, and then go from there. Because originally I just thought if it was raining too hard, I just thought we were just going to set up and just, worry about Saturday, because they weren't calling for rain on Saturday. So I was okay with that. But as we were setting up, the rain started to let up. So we were like, okay, this might be a good thing. But I had a 10 by 20 space. And I decided that I would only put up a 10 by 10 by 10 tents in the event that, a storm did come through. I just didn't want to have 2 of my tents ruined. So we set up, and the weather let up while we were setting up, but it didn't last long. So not only was it raining, it was cold, and then the wind was blowing. So I was like, oh Lord. So we stayed for a good long time, because we got there at 11. The event didn't really start till 3, and it was supposed to last, well, it lasted until 10, but it was just too cold. So my husband and I, we ended up leaving at around 7. I did actually, have a sale on Friday, in all the rain, so it wasn't a total bust. But Saturday was so much better. The weather was good. Thank you, Miss Rachel. The weather was good on Saturday. The people, there were lots of foot traffic, so it was a good day. You don't know what you don't know. It was my first time doing the event. So I will be better prepared for next year. I definitely plan on doing it again, because it was fun. The weather was good on Saturday, but then Sunday I had to return the van. Oh my goodness, it was pouring down raining on Sunday. Like, I have had enough with the rain. I know we need it, but I'm like, can it just rain during the week? Why does it have to always rain on the weekend? I've been looking at the forecasts for this coming weekend, since it's another outdoor event. And luckily, Sunday doesn't look like any rain. So, we should be good. This mesh is just sticking to everything. I should have put my apron on so that my blouse doesn't get snagged, but oh, I'm so sorry. There were lots of people in pink and green over the weekend. The men too, from head to toe. The one gentleman had on his pink pants, green shirt, and his pink shoes. Very festive. Nice, cute hats. I think... No, Mary, I don't glue them. I just twist them on. I think there was a Marilyn Monroe contest, because we saw a lot of women in blonde wigs and all dolled up. But there was a lot of activities. Actually, Apple Blossom still goes on. I believe it ends, the festival itself ends this weekend. All right, this is the last one for the bottom. just pushing them up a little bit just so that I have room. I don't know when the pain started. I don't know if it was last night or today, but I'm having issues in my thumb. And I was like, I need my thumb to do my work, so I can't have this. This is just going to be a simple wreath, because again, this is going to be for farmer's market and something cute for mom. See, you're just the opposite from me, Rachel. I always look for you on Facebook. It's rare that I look for you on YouTube. And you always go to YouTube. But thank you for sprinkling. I appreciate it. I was just telling them about my adventure this weekend with all the rain. And my husband, he kept teasing. He was like, you had me out there. Again, before I even began, I should have started my story off by saying I have the best husband ever. Because he was, oh, did I miss one? He was, yes, I moved it. He helped me set up and lugged everything a country mile from where our car was, from where the van was, to where we were, our location. He was a real trooper. He said his feet were wet, he was cold. I thought we would be sick, but so far, I've had the sniffles today, but I don't feel too bad. But it was, whew, it was rough. And although, like, the event, you know, because of the location, we got there early because parking was bad. So you tried to get there early so that you could at least get a parking space. And so sitting around, and I didn't eat because, of course, the porta potties are so far away. And my husband, he hasn't gotten the knack of using the square yet. So I didn't want to have to run to the bathroom, so I didn't drink anything. But afterwards, on Saturday night, we went to one of the restaurants to eat. I did. On Saturday was much better. I did have one sale on Friday night with all the rain. We did have people come through. So I had one sale on Friday. But Saturday was much better. Much better. So. All right. So we have finished our base. So now we're going to add our tails. So again, I use this purple floral, and I just added this like lavender single base. That's the only, disadvantage of, outdoor events. You take a chance of having bad weather, and it would be different if it was just sprinkling. But no, it was like, it was coming down on Friday. But people were out in their umbrellas. I think they mainly were coming for the wine festival, which was like the block over from where I was located. So they had to pass me to get to them. But I think all in all, you know, I definitely I want to do it again. Oh my goodness. Yes, so do I, Miss Rachel, so do I. It just gives me flashbacks from my Boy Scout days of, oh my goodness. Traumatic. But normally the indoor ones, I can run and be quick, but, you know, the location of where they were versus my tent, it was just too far away to, you know, have him stuck. But I'm hoping to be able to train him how to use, because I have a square stand, which I didn't use because it was raining out. I used my smaller one. So hopefully I'm going to get him to feel comfortable ringing people up. He said, I will, I'll delay him. I'm thinking, but you don't know if there's a line. So I'll get him comfortable. I was making plans, you know, to have his best friend come down for Father's Day. His best friend is a truck driver, so he's always on the road. So I was making sure, and he said, yep, he's coming. And then we find out that another good friend of his is having a big birthday party. So instead, he won't be here for Father's Day. He's going to go home. So I was like, okay, well then that's one less thing I have to plan. Because I always like, his best friend comes to town and I take them out, or I do stuff on the grill to honor those two dads. But I won't have to do it this year. I probably will just get myself ready for my fall shows. Yes, that's what I told him. I said, I'm going to have a house party while he's gone. I bought some bins the other day, and they're clear bins. And what I've done is I've made a list of not necessarily the list of projects, but like what type of projects I want to do. And I put like the bases in them so that I know if I want to have 25 mini wreaths done, I put 25 mini bases in there so that I can get myself organized and figure out what else I need to buy before the fall gets here. Because I just have the shows that I have in October, November, December are multiple days. And so I want to make sure that I have enough so that I'm not coming home from a show and having to make things. I want to get as much made ahead of time. And even if they don't sell at the show, I can still have it on my Etsy store and have some inventory in there. So I do need to go shopping though. I need more mesh. I have plenty of ribbon. So I won't even say I need ribbon. I don't need ribbon. I need mesh. What do you guys think of the purple? I was in a gospel group. I was in a choir, but we were like, because we weren't old enough to be in the grown-up choir, my cousins and I were in a smaller group, and we would still travel with the pastor to sing. And I remember our spring and summer uniform were these lilac suits. We thought we were cute. But that didn't matter as long as we could sing. Thank you, Rachel. Thank you, Mary. This won't have any embellishments, no sign. I'm just going to do, I thought about adding florals, but I said, nope. I'm just going to make it basic. And I'm just going to add a bow. Keep it simple. Hopefully after this weekend, I can get in my craft room to clean it up. It is like a war zone. I normally clean it once a week, but I have not. I've not done it in a couple of weeks. And it's treacherous walking. For 2 weeks now, we have been trying to have spaghetti. I was going to make it last week, and I realized we didn't have any ground turkey. So I normally try to only go shopping like once a week. And so I didn't go. So Monday, I think it was, I went to the store and I got ground beef. Not ground beef, sorry. I got ground turkey so that we could have spaghetti. And my husband was like, well, actually, I decided I picked up the ground turkey, but he loves pizza. And so they had this thin bread pizza that I wanted us to try. It was an artisan pizza. So we had that on Monday. And so I said, okay, I work remote on Tuesday, so I'll make the spaghetti. And it probably was like maybe 9 o'clock. I get a text from him. Do you want Chinese for dinner? I was like, what in the world? I said, I was preparing for spaghetti. He said, let's have that on Wednesday. So here it is Wednesday, but we're not having it. We're not going to have it until tomorrow. So I am praying that the spaghetti is good once we eat it, because I have been trying to have it for 2 weeks. All right, just have one more. I'm in this like mini mastermind group, and we have assignments that we have to do, and I told them that I had been working on a sign that I made. Oh, I want some of that. I love jambalaya. My task for the week is I designed a sign in Canva, but I've yet to print it. I've been trying to print it, but I couldn't seem to figure out how to get it right. But I have to present it on Thursday, so when I went to try to print it yesterday, I still was having trouble, so I put a message in the group, because I was doing something wrong, because it wasn't mirroring the way I needed it to in order for it to supplement on the sign. So I got the direction. I was able to print it out. So after my live tonight, I'm going to plug in my heat press so that I can make my first sign and pray that it turns out okay. So I'm excited to have it done because I've designed a couple. I've just not printed them yet. But I think the one I did, it's a patriotic sign. So my goal is to put it in a like swag, put it on a grapevine, and then probably like a deco mesh and see what people prefer. So we'll see how it goes. I'm still learning. So hopefully I can design a few more so that I can make my own signs. And then I just have to worry about buying ribbon and mesh. I'm still on a hunt for a van. Because it would be so much nicer not to have to pull the grid walls in and out of the garage or the table or the chairs and only have to worry about, my bins. So I've just not found any that were reasonable. The used ones are, I did see, I was looking on U-Haul's auction. They had a box truck for sale that was reasonably priced, but my husband thinks we should do a van and not a box truck. So I have to wait to see if I can find something. All right. I think we have 4 more. Almost done. Oh, look, I missed one down here. Okay. I don't know how that happened. Because I was running my mouth probably. And I can't even blame my friend. Normally when Susan here, I get to gabbing with her. And I lose my place, so I can only blame myself this time. All right. I thought I already had 3 because of what I could see. And when I saw 4, I was like, my numbers are off. The pop-up boutique that I have my wreaths in will be celebrating their 1-year anniversary this month. So actually I think it starts Friday maybe. So there'll be lots of activities, a couple of classes will be done, and they're running a sale. So hopefully we can get some traffic into the store. All right, just one more and then we can make a bow. Won't be anything crazy, it'll just be a simple bow. I'm trying to debate, do I add any green? But I don't think I am, because the green isn't nearby. It's a simple wreath, Miss Rachel. Hopefully the color will catch their eye. Okay. All right. So let's see. Put it up here for a better view. And then we'll go ahead and make our bow. Yes. And I found out this weekend. A lot of my simple wreaths sold the quickest. And it's not even going to be a big bow. I don't think I'm going to do big loops. I'm just going to do three loops on each side. That's my little clip. Miss Rachel, that was the best thing. I love that. That's what you use. That using that clothespin is so helpful. All right. So now I'm just going to spread this out. All weekend, fooling with the equipment. I didn't get hurt. I get home and was moving things around in my storage room, and I scraped it on some metal on my finger. And you know, I guess I didn't realize how many times I rubbed my nose, because every time I go to rub my nose, I hurt myself. Oops. It definitely is your extra pair of hands. Just going to do center loop. Let's see if I like, yeah, just 2 is sufficient. All right, gonna get my zip tie. It's twisted the right way so that I'm not fighting with it once I get it connected. And I have my pipe cleaner. All right. Fluff it up just a little, but then I'll fluff it more once it gets on there. Oh, you know what? I had this extra piece of mesh, and of course I don't want to waste anything, so I'm going to use it as filler to help pump it up a little bit. Oh no, my zip tie broke. All right, hold please. Let's see if I can put it back together without. They were like 5.5. I'm gonna start over because this is a hot mess. My zip tie broke. Yeah, they're married. They're 5.5, and then the solid is probably a 5. That's frustrating. See, if I was like Miss Rachel, she would have been able to do it by hand. I'm not there yet. All right, so let's go back to this one. Just trying to put it back where the creases were so that the bow doesn't look wonky. let's try this again. I think I must have gotten a couple bad batches because this weekend when I was zip tying my grid walls, I had the same problem. They were snapping left and right. Or maybe I just don't know my own strength. I don't think that's the case, but. All right, let's try this again. Add this little bit of mesh for some, give it a little height, some volume. All right, just connecting my bow. And because I'm notorious for just getting a photo of it and forgetting to finish this back, I'm going to just go ahead and twist that around before I fluff my bow. All right. All right. All right, and then I'm just going to cut my tails. I think it's time for me to buy some new scissors. Thank you. So now I'm just going to turn that view around so that we finished with the bow. And here we have it. Simple Mother's Day wreath. Nothing flashy. Simple but elegant. And if you're like me, I love me some purple, so this is right up my alley. So, all right. I'm going to, again, this is for my farmer's market that I'll be participating in on Sunday. So wish me luck. This is the first time that I've been there. So hopefully the weather is nice. Hey, Aunt Mary. We're just finishing up. I made a wreath for Mother's Day for one of my shows that I'm having this weekend. And this is the end product. So I will see you guys next Wednesday, 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Make sure that you... Thank you. Thank you, Mary. Thank you, Rachel. Thank you, Aunt Mary. All right, you guys have a good night, and I will see you next week.